Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. Today, we're going to talk about a deep underground military base, a secret military base created by the United States government, rediscovered or discovered by NASA. So, let's go check this out because it's very interesting to see the whole thing. I discovered this on YouTube. Turn that off so we don't get a copyright. Oh, probably help to be sharing the screen, huh? All right, so let's dive into the next part. Right here, NASA finds underground city. NASA discovers abandoned Cold War era military base, city under the ice in Greenland. NASA scientists have made a remarkable discovery in Greenland, uncovering an underground structure buried 100 feet beneath the island's icy surface. Using advanced radar technology, researchers detected signs of human made structures deep within the tundra, revealing the remnants of Camp Century, a long abandoned Cold War era military base. Background: Camp Century was built in 1959 by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, initially advertised as a polar research site. However, it also hosted a clandestine missile facility, part of Project Iceworm, a top secret Cold War mission aimed at housing and launching a system of missiles within a network of tunnels beneath the ice. Rediscovery. In April of 2024, a NASA Gulfstream 3 aircraft flew over the area, capturing a novel radar image that revealed structural elements of Camp Century. The discovery was a surprise even to the researchers themselves. As Alex Gardner, a cryospheric scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, noted, "We are looking for the bed of ice and out pops Camp Century. We didn't know what it was at first." Features and scale. Camp Century was designed to be a massive structure with plans for over 3,000 miles of tunnels, equivalent to 3 times the size of Denmark, which owns Greenland. The base was intended to provide a tactical advantage in a nuclear fight against the Soviet Union, with 2,000 firing positions and 600 Iceman missiles capable of destroying 80% of U.S. targets in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe. Current state. Today, Camp Century lies buried beneath the ice sheet with its tunnels and structures preserved for decades. The rediscovery of the city under the ice offers a unique opportunity for scientists to study the base's architecture, engineering, and historical significance. Implications. This finding highlights the importance of advanced radar technology in uncovering hidden features beneath the ice sheet. It also underscores the significance of Greenland's ice sheet as a repository of historical and scientific information waiting to be explored and understood. So let me move on over here to the next article. This is from Newsweek magazine, published November 25th, 2024, updated on the 27th, day before Thanksgiving of this year. NASA has shared an image of a defunct Cold War era military base hidden deep underneath the frigid Greenland ice sheet. Blah, blah, blah. Well, might as well read this. Well, yeah, we already read that. Yep, we read that. All right. It was not until much later that the U.S. Army revealed the true purpose of Project Iceworm to the Danish government, which administered Greenland. The camp was one of the first facilities to be powered by a portable nuclear reactor known as the PM2A, which supplied electricity and heat. Bet y'all didn't know that. Portable nuclear reactor. The reactor was removed, hazardous waste was buried, and the ice was left to cover the remaining infrastructure. The Gulfstream 3 spotted the remains of the base buried deep under the ice via the reflection of radio waves using NASA's UAV-SAR, Uninhabited Aerial Vehicle Synthetic Aperture Radar. This allowed a more detailed map of the base to be revealed compared to previous 2D maps created prior using conventional ground penetrating radar. In the new data, individual structures in the secret city are visible in a way that they've never been seen before, said Green. The brand new map reveals strange structures in the base that appear to line up with the known layout of the camp's tunnels. The scientists had never meant to catch a glimpse of the camp at all. Our goal was to calibrate, validate, and understand the capabilities limitations of the radar for mapping the ice sheet's internal layers and ice bed interface, Green said. Recent studies have raised concerns that as climate change accelerates, ice melt in Greenland could be a risk that abandoned hazardous materials, including nuclear waste and diesel fuel, could be released into the environment. Without detailed knowledge of ice thickness, it is impossible to know how the ice sheets will respond to rapidly warming oceans and atmosphere, greatly limiting our ability to project rates of sea level rise, Gardner said. So there you go. And I don't know if I'm sharing, but let me stop it and go back and reshare it, make sure it shares. Sometimes it doesn't. This is public knowledge. I've done several videos on this. Iran has underground military bases. According to the available information, Iran has a significant network of deep underground military bases with a total length of approximately 2.2 kilometers. These bases are designed to provide protection against potential airstrikes and other forms of attack. Features and capabilities. These underground facilities are built into mountainsides and feature extensive tunnel systems, allowing for the deployment of various military assets, including fighter jets, drones, and ballistic missiles. The bases are also equipped with advanced air systems and communication networks. Examples of specific bases: Oghab 44 or Oghab 44, unveiled in 2023. This underground air base is designed to withstand potential strikes by U.S. bunker-busting bombs. It can accommodate various fighter jets and bombers as well as drones. Number 2, the N.A.S.A nuclear facility. Although primarily a nuclear enrichment site, satellite imagery suggests that N.A.S.A may also have underground facilities for storing and deploying missiles. Implications. Iran's extensive network of deep underground military bases demonstrate its commitment to developing a robust and resilient military capability. These facilities provide a significant deterrent against potential attacks and allow Iran to maintain a strong military presence despite external pressures. Now, I covered this, and when I did Republican National Guard for Iran, one of their senior staff member, general, colonel, whatever, stated that they had new ships that could do 110 knots. And that's literally bragging that you can do circles around the U.S. Navy and all kind of stuff. So I want to share that you know the United States has been uh, they've been doing DUMBs for decades, if not, we're rolling up on a century that they've been building these. And as the technology gets better, and as you see in 1959, that's what that article said. Let's go back to that. 1959 is when they had the PM2A, portable nuclear reactor. Let's go search for that. Huh. Okay. Man, you never know what you're going to find when you go look. Just do a little deep diving. So here, let's go diving together. The Army Nuclear Power Program, ANPP, was a program of the United States Army to develop small pressurized water and boiling water nuclear power reactors to generate electrical and space heating energy, primarily at remote, relatively inaccessible sites. The ANPP had several accomplishments, but ultimately it was considered to be a solution in search of a problem. The U.S. Army Engineer Reactors Group managed this program, and it was headquartered at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. The program began in 1954 as the Army Reactors Branch and had effectively terminated by about 1977, with the last class of NPP operators graduating in 1977. Work continued for some time thereafter, either for decommissioning of the plants or placing them into safe store, long-term storage, and monitoring for decommissioning. The current development of small modular reactors has led to a renewed interest in military applications. Wow, there you go. So there's no telling what all they got going on. So if they had these and they were using them there, they've been using them everywhere for quite a while. There's the highly enriched uranium, SM1. That's a SL1 boiling water reactor, Idaho. Here's a PM2A, Camp Century, Greenland. Wow. I wonder if they just put this on there. Camp Century was designed by the American Locomotive Company to demonstrate the ability to assemble a nuclear power plant from prefabricated components in a remote Arctic location. Wow. The PM2A in Camp Century was designed by the American Locomotive Company. Who would have thought, huh? So if the American Locomotive Company was messing around with nuclear reactors as far back as 1959, and they're still using electric diesel, what's up with that? The PM2A successfully powered Camp Century for 3 years. The pressure vessel was also used to investigate neutron embrittlement in carbon steel. This plant was shut down 1963 to 1964. However, despite the reactor's successes, Project Iceworm was never fielded, and Camp Century was later abandoned. Huh. All right. So apparently, there's a bunch of these little things around the country. Antarctica has one. There's one in Alaska. Power barge. Wow. What a story here, huh? (1954 to 1975). I guess it's when they killed off the last one, MH1A. Bunch of firsts, that's for sure. The operators, applicants for the program, are enlisted men who had to commit to serving a minimum of 2 years after completion of training. Requirements for admission to the NPPOC included aptitude test scores at least as stringent as those required for admission in officer candidate school. The 1,000 nuclear power plant operators were licensed between the years of 1958 through 1977. The NPPOC was an intense and academically challenging year-long course. Wow. Yeah, you had to be dedicated to it. So I just wanted to touch on that. How does the United States just forget about a base, deep underground military? But if I remember correctly, Trump confirms he is considering to attempt to buy Greenland. The article is more than 5 years old. What the date on it is, we'll see. Trump says he's looking at the idea of U.S. buying Greenland. Sunday, August 18th, 2019. Donald Trump has confirmed he is considering an attempt to buy Greenland for strategic reasons, though he said the idea is not number one on the burner. The U.S. president's interest, reported earlier this week, was greeted internationally with widespread hilarity, but with the indignation in Greenland and Denmark. The government of the semi-autonomous Danish territory insisted it was not for sale. The Danish prime minister called any discussion of a sale absurd. Nonetheless, on Sunday, White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow first confirmed the story in an interview before Trump spoke to reporters as he left New Jersey to return from vacation to Washington. Saying the concept came up and he was looking into it, the man who runs a notorious leaky White House also questioned how the idea found its way to the press. Trump sought to tie the idea of U.S. purchase to the world's largest island, not including the continent of Australia, to his own area of professional expertise, saying it would be, quote, essentially a large real estate deal, close quote. Yeah, kind of like the Louisiana Purchase. Denmark essentially owns it, he said. We're very good allies with Denmark. We protect Denmark like we protect large portions of the world. So the concept came up. I said, certainly I'd be strategically, it's interesting and we'd be interested, but we'll talk to them a little bit. It's not the number one on the burner, I can tell you that. So we can go on and on. Basically, it just repeats itself in this article as I speed read through it. U.S. presidents have paid for territory before. In 1803, Thomas Jefferson bought huge tracts of land from France for $15 million in the Louisiana Purchase. In 1867, Andrew Johnson paid $7.2 million for Alaska from Russia. What a deal, boy. You scored. Territory has also been purchased from Denmark. In 1917, Woodrow Wilson bought the Danish West Indies for $25 million, renaming them the U.S. Virgin Islands. Kudlow appeared on Fox News Sunday for an interview mostly given over to rejecting fears of looming recession and defending policy on trade with China. Wrapping up, host Dana Perino asked, if you get asked to go to do a site survey about purchase Greenland, can I go with you? Well, said Kudlow, laughing, maybe I'll run the central bank. So he continued, look, it's an interesting story. It's developing. We're looking into it. We don't know. Years ago, Harry Truman wanted to buy Greenland. Harry Truman, back in 46. Uh-oh. That is true. The Democrat offered Denmark $100 million in 1946, but was turned down. I wonder what that would be in today's dollar. Denmark owns Greenland, Kudlow said. Denmark is an ally, but he also said Greenland is a strategic place up there and added something not discussed by Trump. They've got a lot of valuable minerals. They also have a secret underground military base. Greenlanders have expressed horror. One, L.C. Matheson, told local media, "You can't just buy an island or a people. This sounds like something from an era of slavery and colonial power." Nonetheless, Fox host Perino seemed taken with the idea, asking again if Kudlow would take her on any official visit. "You know," said Kudlow, "I could make that happen." So there you go. Are there any coincidences? Trump already knows something, or somebody tell Trump that we already knew, or is there something even more there that's even more secret? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below. I am the Fearless Floyd Show across every social media platform. If you want to hit me up by email, thefearlessfloydshow@yahoo.com. Thank you very much. I just did some other videos. And of course, as you see running here below me, this banner tells you everything you need to know. I will be doing a quote 12 days of Christmas, but I guess I'm going to do them after Christmas. I don't know how many people will be paying attention. I guess that's why it's in front of Christmas, because everybody's so anticipatory towards Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Christmas parties at work, at home, in your community. Not much Christmas spirit left over after on the 26th and 27th as we head into the new year. And you have to take down the tree, the decorations, pay those credit card debts. Yeah. Happy holidays, everybody.